The Dallas airport terminal feels like an icebox tonight. My breath clouds in front of my face as I stand alone in the arrivals area, watching other passengers rush into waiting arms. A mother squeezes her college student daughter. An elderly couple embraces their grandchildren. A businessman high-fives his little boy. Final boarding call for Flight 2187 to Chicago echoes through the terminal, and I flinch at the emptiness surrounding me. 6 years in Copenhagen have softened my Texas drawl into something gentler, but they haven't dimmed my hope of finding a familiar face in this crowd. My phone screen glows with the message I sent to our family group chat 3 hours ago. Just landed. Terminal C. Below it sits that damning read receipt, no bubbles appearing to show anyone typing a response. The crowd thins. Reunions fade into memory. Soon it's just me and my leather weekend bag, standing under harsh fluorescent lights that make everything look sickly and pale. Half an hour after we arrive Dallas, my Uber driver stays silent during the $70 ride through streets that should feel like home but don't. The familiar landmarks look wrong somehow, like a photo negative of my memories. We pass the Whataburger where Dad used to take me for breakfast taquitos, Tom Thumb where Mom taught me to pick the perfect cantaloupe, the park where I scraped my knees learning to ride a bike. My phone buzzes. Mom's message appears. Just take a lift. We're busy. I close my eyes, remembering how it used to be. Standing on tiptoe at the same airport, searching for Dad's tall frame and Mom's auburn hair, both of them holding handmade signs covered in glitter. Welcome home, Meredith. The exclamation point always dotted with a heart. Those memories blur as we turn onto my childhood street. The oak trees stand bare against the November sky, their branches reaching like gnarled fingers toward a pewter-colored moon. Fresh pine straw carpets the yards, that sharp, clean scent carrying on the wind. The houses look smaller than I remember, or maybe I've just grown. The driver pulls into our circular driveway, gravel crunching under the tires. Good luck, he says, the first words he's spoken. Something in his tone makes me wonder what my face has been showing all this time. I stand before the heavy wooden door, my finger hovering over the doorbell. The wreath hanging there is new, professionally made with red velvet ribbon and artificial berries. Nothing like the lopsided ones Mom used to craft while watching Hallmark movies. Inside, laughter dies as I push open the door. The dining room table stretches before me, every chair occupied, wine glasses catching light from the chandelier. No empty seat waits. No place setting remains unclaimed. Aunt Ruth's head snaps up, her lips curling. Look who finally showed up. Cousin Caleb doesn't even glance my way, focused on cutting his meat. Nobody missed you anyway. Mom appears at my elbow, her voice barely a whisper. Just don't ruin the evening. My hands clench around the strap of my bag as memories flood back. The scholarship letter that changed everything. Copenhagen Design Institute's logo crisp against white paper. How proud they'd been at first. Dad bragging at his law firm about his daughter studying abroad. Mom telling her garden club about European architecture and sustainable design. But pride curdled as weeks became months, months became years. Each missed wedding, each skipped baby shower, each absent birthday somehow my fault. Never mind that they never visited. Never mind that FaceTime calls went unanswered. Never mind that my achievements abroad meant silence. I find myself in the kitchen, eating cold mashed potatoes straight from the Tupperware. Voices drift through the swinging door. She thinks she's better than us now. Aunt Ruth's voice drips with disdain. All that time with those Europeans. Uncle Rick's response sounds like he's discussing something rotten. Gather round for the family photo, Mom calls out. I step forward, but Uncle Rick waves me away. You've been gone so long we forgot you were family, he jokes. Everyone laughs. I set down the Tupperware, my appetite vanishing like my breath in the airport's chill. The sound of their laughter follows me to the door, but no one calls out to stop me. No one asks where I'm going. The wreath swings as I pull the door shut behind me, its perfect red bow mocking everything a homecoming should be. Outside, the moon hangs lower now, casting long shadows across the driveway. My breath fogs in front of me again, but this time I welcome the cold. It matches everything inside. The next morning, the garage door groans open at 5 a.m., revealing cardboard boxes stacked like forgotten tombstones. I could not sleep the whole night, so I came out to just look around. A flashlight beam catches the Sharpie labels. Meredith's books, Meredith's awards, Meredith's memories, each crossed out with thick black lines. Dust coats everything except fresh boot prints, leading to where Aunt Ruth stored her crafting supplies. I click the garage door shut, not wanting to wake anyone. Let them sleep through what comes next. The rental car's trunk stands open, waiting. The next morning, my childhood bedroom door opens silently, a habit from teenage years sneaking past curfew. The space punches the air from my lungs. Gone are my architectural sketches, my UT Austin pennant, the corkboard plastered with European travel dreams. Aunt Ruth's sewing machine squats on my old desk. Balls of yarn spill across the floor like bright tumor clusters. The walls shine seafoam green where lavender once lived. Your aunt needed the space, Mom said, waving away 6 years of memories. You're never here anyway. A text lights up my phone. Sarah asking if I need help. Sweet Sarah from high school, who showed up at my motel last night with wine and pizza after seeing my Facebook post about being home. Who listened without judgment as I spilled everything between sobs. I've got this, I text back. But thank you. Downstairs, the mantel catches my eye. Family photos march across it in silver frames. Claire's wedding. Mom's garden club presidency. Dad's law firm partnership celebration. The space where my Copenhagen graduation photo once stood now holds cousin Tommy's new boyfriend, grinning at the country club Christmas party. The final straw waits in the kitchen. Their family calendar hangs by the coffee maker, covered in Mom's precise handwriting. The 9th of November shows Meredith's visit in blue ink, crossed out with an aggressive red line. Below it, craft fair with Ruth claims the space. My house key lands on the granite counter with a final click. The sound echoes through the empty kitchen where I once baked Christmas cookies and birthday cakes, where Dad taught me fractions using measuring cups, where Mom braided my hair before school. Those memories blur like old photographs left in sunlight too long. The group chat explodes as I pull out of the driveway. First comes Mom. Don't make this about you. Then Uncle Lane. Who's going to handle the tax documentation? You know I can't work this computer stuff. Cousin Caleb. The HOA needs those forms signed by Friday. Aunt Ruth. So dramatic. Just like when you ran away to Europe. My thumb hovers over the response box. 6 years of managing their digital lives from across an ocean. Tax records, password resets, HOA complaints, online bill payments, all flowing through my laptop in Copenhagen. They never saw the hours I spent, the sleep I lost keeping their financial house in order. Never thanked me. Just expected it, like they expected me to shrink myself to fit the space they allowed. A new message from Sarah pops up. You okay? Coffee at Pearl's when you're ready. My Copenhagen team checks in next. Missing our morning design review, hope home is treating you well. Mrs. Henderson from next door sends a heart emoji. Saw you leaving, dear. They don't deserve you. The motel room key card feels warm in my palm. Room 237 at the Arlington Suites may not be home, but at least it's honest about being temporary. No false promises of welcome. No expectations to contort myself into shapes that don't fit. That same day, Uncle Lane's panic rises through a series of texts about locked retirement accounts. The family's digital infrastructure, carefully built and maintained from 4,000 miles away, begins to creak without my constant attention. Years of managing their online lives taught me one thing. They only valued what they lost. My single response silences the group chat. I won't help without an apology. The phone buzzes with private messages. Aunt Ruth tries guilt. After all we've done for you. Mom attempts manipulation. Why do you hurt us like this? Uncle Rick goes for threats. You'll regret this attitude, young lady. Each message strengthens my resolve. The trust fund paperwork sits unopened in my laptop bag, requiring all grandchildren's signatures before the holiday disbursement. They'll figure that out soon enough. The sun breaks over Arlington's skyline as I pull into Pearl's diner. Sarah waves from a window booth, 2 steaming coffees waiting. Her smile holds no judgment, no expectations, no demands to be someone I'm not. For the first time since landing, my shoulders drop from around my ears. The coffee's aroma wraps around me like a Danish wool blanket. My phone buzzes again, but I silence it without looking. Some ties need to break before new ones can form. Through the diner window, a moving truck inches past. Young couple in the cab, excitement bright on their faces as they drive toward their future. I remember that feeling from 6 years ago, pulling away from this same spot toward Copenhagen. The terror and thrill of choosing myself. Time to choose myself again. Next day, the first overdraft notice from Wells Fargo lands in Uncle Lane's inbox at 6:43 a.m. His panicked voice message hits my phone before 7. Meredith, the retirement accounts are locked. I can't access anything. Call me back immediately. I sip my motel coffee and watch the sunrise paint the parking lot in watercolor shades of orange. 3 more messages arrive while I spread strawberry jam on my toast. This isn't funny anymore. Aunt Ruth's voice crackles through the speaker. The quarterly reports are due tomorrow, and all the templates are gone. Caleb's text follows. Where TF are the tax docs? Mother's message arrives last, her tone brittle as winter ice. Your father needs the trust paperwork. Stop being childish. The January wind rattles my motel window as I open my laptop. 6 years of digital infrastructure built by my hands splays across the screen. Every password, every template, every carefully organized system keeping the family finances running smooth as butter on a warm biscuit. I close the laptop. The trust fund revelation drops like a bomb at noon. Grandfather's lawyer, Mr. Patterson, sends a group email about the upcoming disbursement. His words glow on my phone screen. Requires signatures from all qualifying grandchildren as stipulated in Section 7.3 of the trust agreement. My phone explodes. 27 text messages, 13 voicemails. The family group chat becomes a rapid-fire barrage of panic. Bills due next week, Aunt Ruth types. Country club membership renewal, adds Uncle Rick. School tuition, Mother chimes in. I scroll through their messages while folding my laundry, matching socks with the same methodical care I once used to organize their digital lives. The irony tastes sweet as the Danish canal sneagle I learned to bake abroad. They forgot I was family until they needed my signature. The motel door rattles at 3. Aunt Ruth stands outside, her pearl necklace perfectly straight, her smile as artificial as the sweetener packets in my room. Honey, let's talk about this like adults. Her accent thickens, playing up the southern charm. The family needs you. The family needs my signature. I correct her, not opening the door wider. There's a difference. Now, sugar. You know how your mama gets about the holidays. And Uncle Lane's retirement. Respect works both ways, I tell her, and close the door on her shocked face. Mother's voicemails arrive like clockwork every hour. Each one longer, each one layered with more guilt. The emotional manipulation as familiar as my childhood bedroom's floral wallpaper. I carried you for 9 months. After everything we've done. When your brother died. Delete. 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 Uncle Rick tries next, his lawyer voice in full effect. This constitutes financial harassment. We'll be forced to take legal action. I forward his message to Mr. Patterson with one sentence. Please ensure all future communication goes through appropriate legal channels. The reply comes within minutes. Mr. Patterson's response copies all parties. Mrs. Blake's position as trustee is legally protected. Any attempts at coercion may result in trust dissolution. Caleb's girlfriend Amanda slides into my Instagram DMs near midnight. Everyone makes mistakes when they're hurting. Time to show some maturity. I block her account and open my email. The letter to the family lawyer flows out of me, calm and clear as the Copenhagen harbor at dawn. Dear Mr. Patterson, I am willing to sign the trust disbursement under the following conditions. 1. Written apologies from each family member acknowledging specific instances of disrespect. 2. Agreement to attend monthly family therapy sessions for minimum 6 months. 3. Professional mediator present at all future family financial meetings. 4. Written agreement to maintain appropriate boundaries and communication. These terms are non-negotiable. Regards, Meredith Blake. My thumb hovers over the send button. Grandmother's tearful voice echoes in my memory. Family should always forgive. But forgiveness without change is just permission. I press send. The response comes from my Copenhagen team first. Eric's video call lights up my screen, his familiar face warming the cold motel room. The Oslo project can be managed remotely, he says without preamble. Stay as long as you need, or come home to us. Your choice. Home. The word settles in my chest, solid and real as the Danish brick buildings I've grown to love. Sarah's text arrives next. Thanksgiving at my house this year, chosen family only, no guilt served with these sweet potatoes. My design clients fill my inbox with messages of support. The developer in Austin. Take all the time you need. We trust your vision. The restaurateur in Houston. Family boundaries are healthy boundaries. We respect that. I spread my documents across the motel desk, everything in perfect order. The passwords they need, the templates they've lost, the systems they can't access. 6 years of playing digital atlas, holding their world on my shoulders. The motel coffee maker drips steady rhythm as I update my professional portfolio. A message from a local design firm lights up my phone. Saw your work in Copenhagen. Available for consultation? Uncle Lane's retirement accounts remain locked. Aunt Ruth misses her filing deadlines. Caleb's tax documents stay tucked away in folders he can't access. The family finances crumble like old cornbread without my silent support. Mother's last message comes as winter sunset paints the motel walls gold. What do you want from us? The answer rises clean and clear as morning light on Copenhagen canals. The same thing I've always wanted, I type. Basic respect. I press send and walk to the window. The Texas winter wind still carries hints of home, but it doesn't hurt like it used to. In the distance, bare oak trees stand strong against the darkening sky, their branches reaching up, not out. My phone buzzes. The family lawyer's response appears. Terms received, I'll convey to all parties. Well done, Miss Blake. I don't reply. Some silences speak louder than words. A final text lights up my screen. Sarah. Made up the guest room. Doors open whenever you're ready. Outside my window, a cardinal lands on the bare branch of a parking lot tree. His red feathers bright as revolution against the winter gray. He doesn't look back as he takes flight, and neither do I. Next week, the law firm's granite conference table stretches before me like a judge's bench. Mother's attorney slides another stack of papers across its polished surface, his Mont Blanc pen extended like a peace offering. Just sign here, Miss Blake. We can resolve this today. I lift the first page, noting the header. Petition for emergency access override. The familiar Blake family crest watermark catches the morning light. Father had a design when his firm hit 7 figures, back when appearances meant more than authenticity. This is the 3rd revision. My voice carries the calm certainty I learned in Copenhagen boardrooms. The answer remains no. His television commercial smile cracks. Your family only wants what's fair. Access to their own accounts. Their accounts, I tap the paper, that I set up, that I organized, that I managed for 6 years while living across an ocean. A notification lights up my phone. Uncle Lane's retirement portfolio has dropped another 12%. The message from his broker asks about accessing the backup documentation I archived. Documentation that would take weeks to recreate without my digital filing system. Your cousin Caleb is facing significant IRS penalties. The lawyer leans forward, his Texas twang thickening. Surely you don't want that on your conscience. My laugh startles us both. My conscience? Where was his conscience during Thanksgiving dinner? The leather of my chair creaks as I stand. Mother's silk scarf lies abandoned on the table, dropped during her tearful exit an hour ago. The Hermes pattern swirls with horses she'll never ride, a status symbol more than a memory. Tell my family this, respect isn't negotiable, neither are my terms. The January sun throws long shadows across the parking lot as I leave the firm's glass tower. Another notification. Aunt Ruth's latest social media post about her ungrateful niece destroying family unity. The comments beneath it spark an unexpected warmth. Boundaries are healthy, Ruth. Maybe ask why she needed them? Proud of you, Meredith. Standing up to family is the hardest thing. Remember when you excluded her from the Christmas photo? Karma exists. My former Sunday school teacher, 3 neighbors, and Mother's Bridge Club friends have all weighed in. The carefully curated image of Blake family perfection dissolves with each supportive comment. A text from Uncle Lane confirms the dominoes are falling. Had to cancel the Aspen house. Your aunt's not speaking to me. I picture their usual February ski trip, Aunt Ruth posting countless photos of perfect powder and appraised ski parties. Another crack in the social facade they've maintained since Patrick's death. Since they decided appearances mattered more than healing. The trust administrator's email arrives as I reach my hotel. Miss Blake, I've reviewed the documents. You are well within your rights. All distributions require unanimous consent from beneficiaries. This includes you. My fingers hover over the keyboard, remembering the day grandfather explained his decision. Money without morals corrupts Meredith. Watch how they handle it. His eyes, sharp despite the cancer, had held mine. You'll know what to do when the time comes. I closed the laptop, the administrator's confirmation unanswered. They'll learn about it soon enough. Just like they'll discover Aunt Ruth's business loan requirements, the missing quarterly reports I used to complete. Like Uncle Lane's locked retirement accounts and Mother's inaccessible party planning spreadsheets. The motel's room's desk faces west, catching the sunset that reminds me of Copenhagen's winter light. I open my design firm's latest project files, a sustainable housing development that would have made grandfather proud. Real legacy, not trust fund dependence. My phone buzzes again. Mother's number. The country club board meeting is tonight. Her voice wavers. I can't access the donor spreadsheets. The ones I created and maintained, that track every donation for the past 6 years? Don't be difficult, Meredith. This is my position on the line. Like my place at the table was on the line at Thanksgiving? Silence stretches between us, heavy with unspoken truths. Through the phone, I hear the familiar click of her pearls against teeth. Her tell when anxiety overcomes social conditioning. I didn't stop them. The words tumble out. When they excluded you. When they moved your things. When they pretended. No, Mother, you didn't. But the holiday gala planning starts next week. The committees need new leadership. I keep my voice gentle. Maybe it's time for change. After we disconnect, I watch the sun sink. Another notification lights up my phone, the family group chat exploding with accusations. Uncle Lane blames Aunt Ruth's social media crusade. Cousin Caleb threatens legal action. Mother's silence speaks volumes. I text Eric in Copenhagen, where morning light already brightens his studio. They're turning on each other. His response is immediate. Good. Let the truth do its work. My laptop screen glows with a new email draft. Subject line, terms of reconciliation. The cursor blinks, waiting for words that will reshape generations of dysfunction. Below it sits the announcement of my firm's expansion, ready to show them the power I've built without their networks, their connections, their suffocating support. I begin to type, each word a brick in the foundation of something stronger than family obligation. Something built on respect, not fear. On boundaries, not barriers. The final light fades from the Dallas sky as I write the opening line. True family is earned, not demanded. Here are my terms. 3 days later, the subject line in my inbox reads, Family Emergency Meeting Resolution. Below it sits a chain of stiff apologies, each one crafted with the precision of a corporate press release. Uncle Rick starts with whereas, like the legal documents he drafts. Aunt Ruth sprinkles hers with Bible verses about forgiveness. Mother simply forwards a quote about family bonds stretching, but never breaking. My phone lights up with Caleb's latest text. Just sign the papers, everyone said sorry. What more do you want? A winter storm rattles my motel window. Outside, tree branches bend under the weight of December ice, but refuse to break. The sight sparks something in me, a cold, clarifying anger that burns away the last wisps of guilt. I open my laptop and start a new email, the subject line. Requirements for financial document access. My fingers fly across the keyboard, 6 years of swallowed words finally finding their voice. Each apology must be recorded on video and posted publicly to your social media accounts. No scripts, no lawyers, just truth. I pause, savoring the image of their faces when they read the next part. Mandatory family therapy attendance for 1 year. Documented by the therapist. My portion of the trust fund will be donated to Copenhagen's Youth Design Initiative, helping other students choose dreams over obligations. The reply comes within minutes, a FaceTime request from Mother. Her face fills my screen, drawn and pale beneath perfect makeup. Meredith Elizabeth Blake, you cannot be serious. The familiar tone that once made me shrink now bounces off me like hail on a windshield. That money is meant for family. Exactly. I lean closer to the camera. And family is meant for more than signatures on tax documents. Her eyes widen as understanding dawns. This isn't about the money. It never was. The family video call that evening feels like a board meeting where the CEO has lost control. Uncle Rick's face turns scarlet as I screen share their text history years of demands without gratitude. Aunt Ruth's mascara smears when I play back her voicemail about me being dead to them after missing her daughter's 3rd wedding. Let's discuss the September email thread. I scroll through messages about needing my digital expertise. Notice how the only time I'm considered family is when QuickBooks crashes? Caleb snorts. Someone's got a persecution complex. Someone's got a past due notice from the IRS, I counter, watching him deflate. Turns out those quarterly reports I used to file actually matter. Mother's voice wavers. We're trying to apologize. No. The word comes out soft but final. You're trying to regain access to accounts. There's a difference. The screen fills with overlapping voices, each one desperate to drown out truth with volume. I watch them spiral into blame, Ruth accusing Rick of mortgaging family property, Caleb revealing Mother's secret credit cards, years of financial codependency unraveling in real time. My phone buzzes with private messages. I'll double your fee, Uncle Rick. Think about your poor grandmother, Aunt Ruth. You were always the selfish one, Caleb. I forward each message to the family group chat. The video call erupts again, faces reddening as their tactics turn on each other instead of me. That trust fund could set you up for life, Mother tries one last time. I own a successful design firm in Copenhagen. The words taste like freedom. I haven't needed that money in years. I just needed you to see me. Silence falls like snow, thick and heavy. The videos need to be posted by midnight. I check my watch. I hear public apologies are good for the soul. Uncle Rick disconnects first, his lawyer mask cracking. Aunt Ruth follows, already composing her tale of persecution for Sunday service. Caleb lingers just long enough to throw up his middle finger. Mother stays. Her face looks older in the blue light of her screen. Or maybe I'm just finally seeing her clearly. Was it always this bad? She whispers. No. I touch my monitor where her cheek would be. Sometimes it was worse. We just pretended it wasn't. After she logs off, I sit in the dark room, listening to the storm. My laptop chimes with notifications as the videos begin posting awkward, angry, genuine for the first time in years because they have no choice. A text from my Copenhagen business partner lights up my phone. The Youth Design Fund website just went live. Donations already coming in. I click the link. The landing page shows students sketching dreams into reality, their faces bright with possibility. Below them, my mother's trust fund portion converts into scholarships, each one a key to unlock a different cage. My finger hovers over the family group chat icon. The little red number shows 37 unread messages. Beyond my window, the storm breaks. Ice melts from branches, leaving them lighter, freer, ready for new growth. I close the chat without reading. Some silences speak louder than words. Some endings are really beginnings in disguise. Tomorrow I'll book my flight back to Copenhagen, back to the life I built instead of the one I was assigned. Let them keep their empty apologies. I have something better now. The truth. 6 months later, the scent of cardamom and cinnamon fills my Copenhagen apartment as Eric slides another batch of peppercorn into the oven. Outside my window, snow drifts past strings of white lights that crisscross no-rebros cobblestone streets. Inside, warmth radiates from more than just my vintage wood stove. Your table runner is crooked, Eric announces, adjusting the hand-woven textile I brought back from a sustainability conference in Stockholm. His perfectionist streak mirrors my own, though I've learned to laugh at it now. Some of us were busy winning international contracts, I tease, tapping my laptop closed. The announcement will go public tomorrow. Blake Design Studios' expansion into sustainable corporate spaces across Northern Europe. 6 years ago, I would have immediately texted the family group chat, desperate for validation. Now the achievement feels complete without their commentary. My phone buzzes. Another Thanksgiving planning message appears in the old family thread. Aunt Ruth's annual plea for everyone to gather in Highland Park, complete with guilt-laden references to family tradition and what your brother would have wanted. I open my camera roll instead, scrolling to last night's Hig dinner. Astrid's silver hair glows in candlelight as she raises a glass. Eric's husband Thomas sprawls on floor cushions, while my entire international design team crowds around platters of traditional Danish smørrebrød mixed with Texas-style cornbread. The photo captures everything a family should be: chosen, cherished, real. With 3 quick taps, I send the image to the group chat. No caption needed, no explanation offered. The doorbell chimes and Astrid enters, stamping snow from her boots. I bring reinforcements, she announces, producing a bottle of aquavit and a knowing smile. My former professor turned mentor understands the weight of this week better than most. Did they respond? She asks, arranging vanilla-scented candles on my coffee table. The flames flicker against walls painted the palest grayish shade that took me weeks to perfect. Not yet. I pour 3 glasses of aquavit. But I didn't send it for them. The truth settles in my chest, warm and certain as summer sun. Those hours of therapy, learning to separate need from love, obligation from choice, have bloomed into something beautiful. My work fills pages of international design magazines. My home welcomes friends from every corner of the globe. My heart no longer flinches at silence from Texas. Eric raises his glass. To boundaries. To growth, Astrid adds. To finding home, I finish, the aquavit burning sweet and clean. My phone lights up again. Mother's name appears, but not in the group chat. A private message. I understand now. The photos of your life there, you've built something real, something true. I let the words sit, neither dismissing nor embracing them. Time has taught me that understanding takes root slowly, like the herbs growing in my kitchen window. Some family members have begun to shift. Others remain rooted in old patterns. I've learned to accept both without letting either define me. The scent of finished cookies fills the air. Outside, Copenhagen's early winter darkness settles like a velvet cloak, but my windows glow with warmth. Eric pulls out his phone, deliberating over playlist choices for tomorrow's holiday party. Astrid arranges fresh greenery in a ceramic vase I threw myself at a local pottery studio. The scene reflects everything I've become. A woman who creates spaces where authenticity thrives. A text from a potential client in Stockholm needs attention. My company motto catches my eye at the bottom of the email signature. Authentic foundations. The words mean something different now than when I chose them. They speak not just of sustainable architecture, but of the careful way I've rebuilt myself, brick by brick, choice by choice. I move to my bedroom window, watching shadows play across the courtyard. The neighbor's cat prowls along snow-dusted ledges. A violin student practices scales in the apartment above. My reflection appears in the glass, overlaying the scene like a double exposure. The woman looking back has my mother's auburn hair, but stands straighter, smiles easier. She has built a life that fits her perfectly, not because it mirrors anyone else's expectations, but because it echoes her own truth. Behind me, laughter spills from my kitchen. The sound wraps around me like a familiar quilt, pieced together from 1,000 small moments of chosen joy. Eric curses in Danish as something clatters. Astrid's rich alto harmonizes with the Christmas music now playing softly through my speakers. I leave the window unlocked, a habit from Texas I've never fully broken. The gesture feels different now. Not an anxious invitation, but a quiet acknowledgement. The door remains cracked, not flung wide. Some might eventually walk through with new understanding. Others might not. Either way, I stand complete. My design table holds plans for tomorrow's client meeting. The sketches show spaces that breathe, that welcome, that honor both roots and wings. In the margin, I've written a note. Home is not a place. It's a truth. The winter light fades outside my windows, but inside, everything glows.